What's up, Goated Ones? Frank from Go to Guild here. We are checking out Ceartas, the enterprise page. They wanted me to check this page out, so we're gonna do that. Also figured because on the TechCrunch article they mentioned four clear competitors. One of them I know. We're gonna do just a little comparison and check out what these other folks have going, and then we're gonna go through some comparison pages, which is a strategy some people do when you want to talk about your competitors. But let's just check out this first page. Get it started. Working on my sound effects, guys. AI powered brand protection for enterprises. Guaranteed protection delivered. Ceartas delivers unmatched enterprise grade protection, safeguarding your digital assets with 99% success rate.
Wait a minute.
I would question the number. 99 it's too clear of a number. Our sophisticated AI-driven solutions are tailored to meet the demands of enterprise scale and complexity, ensuring your intellectual property is secure and respected across all platforms. Generally solid, makes sense. Pretty clear. I guess for these things, for enterprise, there's going to be more of, can you handle a certain amount of scale, and what kind of revenue are you going to help me protect by doing this? But let's see, that's solid. I give this it's like a 7.8. I can give them a decent score. I'm liking how they're describing themselves. Okay, so
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
It's gonna need something about SOC 2 compliance. It's gonna have to be on here. Something about being able to do this at a certain scale for like very large brands. Maybe the more finding violations in places that other places are not finding violations, and why you guys are better at that. Maybe like a technology advantage that you have is something helpful to describe. I'm not going to expect pricing because usually enterprise pricing is not on the page. What else? Well, let's just see. Protecting the core of your brand IP. Search, scan, identify. Our AI-driven technology scans landscape. Yep. Remove and de-index. Like, I'd want to see like a full, like a number somewhere of like, we've removed X thousands of or X millions of pieces of content, which saves how much time. Yeah, like this number. Identified and removed over $500 million worth of stolen content. Yeah, I mean, I guess like quantifying what that number is kind of, it's like a little art to it, but 500 million worth of stolen content. Yeah, I guess that will work for some people. This is 93 times more effective than our competitors. It's in the industry benchmark for reliable IP protection. I believe in the article they said there was like a particular number. About 90 to 100% of URLs it tackled. And then these other companies have these numbers. That seems like something I would use. If that's like a verifiable number that is public, I would use that as much as possible, especially because they're like, seem like the youngest company out of all of these. So that might be their competitive advantage. Our AI-driven systems operate around the clock. Yep. I don't love the scroll jacking part. I like normal websites, but it's just a personal thing. Because to me,
that ain't cool, dude.
I'm not into that part of it. But let's see. Complete protection for every industry. Pay-per-view and premium live events. Okay. WWE, WNBA. That's a good one to go for. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Movies, TV, and streaming. Okay. Music. So they probably want to get some of these labels involved, talent agencies. Yeah, I mean, these are very specific types of enterprises, and the formula that I think works is like you have just a particular page for each of these. Um, I think we could do Help Scout. Pretty sure Help Scout has. See if like your. They change this. So they have pages for different verticals. So this is like the healthcare vertical, right? So they have a bunch of healthcare social proof, which is what gets another healthcare company to sign up. And then you have all your copy is related to what matters for that industry. And you could still have the same format, but you can, customize these pages so that they fit. This, I think, is one good way to do that. They're trying to do like a basic version here, but I think they could probably flesh it out a little bit more. Get marquee company in each category that is, say, hey, we'd love to do this for free. Or I think in this case, since the content is already out there, it's a pretty easy, it's like an easier sales process to just go and say, hey, we actually went and identified a bunch of your content that is like out in the world, and we could get this off for you. Like, this is what we do. As just like a sales process, that would be a quicker pitch to say like, hey, we already found 6,000 pieces of content that's being infringed on, and if you just sign up for our program, we could get this done for you. Or say, hey, we'd like to do a case study, we'll give you a free account because we'd like to partner with you to, work on the product more, figure out better ways to do anti-piracy stuff, like, but mainly to have them as a marquee company to put on there. I think it could work. Let's see. Your command center against digital theft. Cool. Yep. I think they need some like fear mongering or some kind of what is the, that sounds so terrible. They need some kind of amplification of the idea and the reality that this piracy stuff is more pervasive than people are aware of. And maybe all the different networks that they can track would be helpful. Yeah, this page is okay too. Like, it's not too bad. A lot of the stuff is like in these like pieces of text. And I don't think they have any examples on this page. They have like the press stuff, which is nice, but they still need the sidemen. They need to do a sidemen case study video. Like, that has to happen. If they're your investor, you have to get a video with those guys. Like, it's not necessarily because they're gonna their audience is not enterprise people, right? But enterprise people understand the scale of the operation and like how difficult the problem is at that scale. And if you solve it for them enough that they wanted to invest, that is actually one of the better testimonies you could get, right? So on this page, I'm going to give it a solid 7.5. I would at least want a couple more examples. And yeah, a little bit more about kind of the scale of the product. They definitely need some security stuff in here. Because that's going to be important. I mean, is it that important? I mean, they're not really dealing with that much sensitive data. But I think companies still want to know that they're thinking of security in a major way. But I guess they're not holding on to too much data here. But let's check out some of these competitors. So yeah, these are like 4 competitors. And for me, sometimes I think it's cool, especially if you're like a younger company, to do pages that show that off, because you're going to look at your competitor and you're going to say, just like President Obama has said so eloquently in the past, you're going to look at a competitor and you're going to say,
Now you know that guy ain't shit. Sorry ass motherfucker got nothing on me, right? Nothing.
nothing, nothing on me. So you do these comparison pages. This is a company, Podia, which is in a very competitive create a course part of the market, and they have a ton of competitors. They have online course platforms. They even have like just categories of them, right? They have community platforms. They have digital download platforms. So they have a ton of companies that they're competing against, and you can pretend like the companies don't exist, which is what the big companies want to do. If you're still a smaller company, might as well show people like, well, if you're thinking about WordPress, these are the good things about WordPress. These are the good things about us. And the underrated part of this is sometimes you disqualify bad customers for you. There's some customers that are not right for what you're trying to do and probably will take up more support resources, probably won't give you enough revenue, and you could still point those people into the direction of something that's useful. So what happened with my company, sometimes I tell people like, hey, if you need to do one or two things, maybe send it to this person. And they were grateful for that. And when they could use me for something, they still used me. They still recommended me to other people, even if they didn't use it. So there's something to be said for just like treating the customer like your friend and saying, hey, what's the best thing for you? Obviously, I want to make money. I want to like grow my sales. But if I'm not the right plan for you, you know, want to see you happy even if you're not with me. Damn, I can't even use that anymore. Man, no Diddy. Oh,
Jam!
so these pages are really good. Again, this is like a structured page, right? They have the same type of like comparisons on each page, but maybe they pick and choose which features to talk about. But let's check out the 4 that they mentioned and let's see how they compare. You can compare it to the main page actually. Let's do I think because most of them are for creators, right? So Rolta, annoying pop-up over here. Protect your content. Rolta protects your digital content and brand against copyright infringements. Cool. 56 users joined in the last 7 days. I don't know if that's like a great number to share. Cookies. Don't I have like a cookie sound? I used to. I thought I did.
Who told you you can eat my cookies?
Oh man, I'm sick. Used by content creators of esteemed companies. The esteemed chatterbaits. TikTok, Patreon, Twitch. That's funny. Cool. I think this is helpful though to know like what pages, what are the places that they can remove content from. Because some content creators are only going to be on a certain platform or another, and they want to know that they have coverage. So that's just like a check mark that people want to tick off. This is a very like, I don't know, it just feels like they're not really trying very hard to convince you at the top. Just a very bleh hero. Rolta is gonna get 7. No, yeah, I gotta give it a 7. 7.0. Just barely enough to like let me know what they do. Social. This is not really social proof, but like understanding which places are important. I'll see the rest of the page. Manage consent. Shield your honor by recovering pirated content to preserve your bodily autonomy. Is that revenge porn they're talking about? Shield your honor. Okay, I guess that's what they're talking about. Protect reputation, reduce stress, reclaim revenue. This is reasons why, makes sense. How do you do it? Scan. 72,000 websites are inspected. This is what I'm saying. I'd want to see all these categories of places. And if for Ceartas, if they have more than 72,000 websites, like, let us know. Like, this is a great number. 4 billion copyright infringements for our clients. That shouldn't be a number that's like buried in some copy. Same with the 72,000. If that's an impressive number, it should be, you know, it should be featured a little bit. Use your design to focus on those numbers, because most people are gonna like skim through this. They're not gonna click through all of this. This is a very text-heavy thing. The majority of our clients are OnlyFans models, meaning that we are familiar with the struggles they unfortunately face. What is OnlyFans? Is that like a website for? I've never heard of that one. Should I Google it right now?
No! God, please, no! No! No!
All right, I'll not Google it. But I'm assuming it's got some good content. Are trained agents manually scan for copyright infringements? Are trained agents manually scanned? So I guess it's like a hybrid thing. You get a personal agent that works with you. That's like a nice to have, because there are going to be some things that are not easy to detect. So that's interesting. I kind of need to do this a little bit quicker. I'm just going to breeze through this a little bit, but I think they have some good info here, but like most people, I'm sure when they go through analytics, not everybody's clicking on all these things. They've got some decent reviews. Cool. I guess these are tweets. These are also like OnlyFans models, it seems. So it's kind of like feels like it could be faked. But I'm not adventurous enough to find out if they're real or not. 72,000. This is what I'm talking about. Numbers need to be big. They have 3,000 customers. Cool. 12 billion known infringements. Good God, that is crazy. And they have a video.
Hello there. Are you tired of having your copyrights abused? If so, you have come to the right place. We understand how frustrating and stressful discovering your stolen content can be.
Audio quality is bothering me. I'm just a sicko with audio, so they need to use a mic, a better mic, please. Yeah, that video is not gonna do it. Quick setup. Our fast and effective service mean that you can count on up and running within 24 hours. Cool. Cool. Okay, they got a lot of different. Yeah, these are not good. Nobody's reading this. Yeah, I feel like if I compare it to Ceartas, they have some of the same things, but I just think it's displayed better. It's more interesting. They're showing some of these examples. This probably should be spread out more. I hate this like scroll jacking thing, but this is really these are impressive numbers, you know. It's just designed better. It just feels more aligned. So Rolta, it's okay. There's nothing that really speaks to enterprise here, so I guess that's a plus. And this is mostly for like OnlyFans girls. If I was Rolta, I would just lean directly into that, because sometimes being the provider for a certain thing, it's like pick your market and dominate it. It's fine to be more niche. If you got multiple competitors, that might be one way to differentiate. But let's check brand it scan. Sorry, so much cleaner design, very creatory looking. John Murphy. Sorry, that's no. I don't know why I played that. You create it, we protect it. That's a good little phrase. Piracy protection for content creators. Let's see what we got on this page. You scan for your brand name across all forms of online piracy. Cyber lockers. I have no idea what cyber lockers are. Literally, no idea. Video sharing sites. Yep. Detection. Reporting. Oh, this is different. Removal. I'm thinking some people might miss this. They're probably going to scroll right past it and never know that that exists. They also do the scroll jacking thing, which is freaking annoying. I went like that. I guess I know the touch, but yeah, it's a little touchy. It's not too bad. Get it for free first month and $45 a month. Unlimited takedowns. Okay, so this seems like more for creators as well, smaller creators. They've got these people who are ambassadors. I actually don't want testimonials from ambassadors. I want them from people who love the product.
That one there was a violation.
And they do the FAQ on the homepage. What is a DMCA takedown? If the person does not know what a DMCA takedown is, maybe, actually I might be wrong on that. Maybe the content creator doesn't know DMCA is a thing. I take that back. This is still an important thing to not assume that people know. I take that back. Maybe this is important to have on the page, but it should be in like a educational part of the site. We got 33 billion infringement views. I think that is the biggest. That's going to be the biggest stat. So when you compare it to Ceartas, where are they at? Like the 378,000 leaks removed. I would be curious what the view count was on all of those leaks, because you could take that number and then use whatever YouTube's, $2,000 per million views to see how much revenue they lost. So you create a number like this. Yeah, I think that's growing on me, doing actual number, putting a number to what this infringement cost people. I want to know the speed of like catching stuff. That would be interesting to me. This page is okay. It also doesn't seem very like enterprisey. I feel like the company that wins is just going to be in their strategy for outreach. And if they can build some kind of a moat, like, is there anything you can learn from having a lot of creators in one place that are all trying to protect? Is there some kind of a moat you can build? I haven't thought enough about it. Look at this. This is horrible. All right, this like cookie thing is half the page. There's a pop-up. Your unlimited offer ends in 30 days. It's like, what? Ugh.
That ain't cool, dude.
I don't know. This is like early 2010s website design. Eliminate fakes and protect your customers. Our AI platform takes down counterfeits, fake websites, social media fraud accounts. That seems a little bit different than like finding your content. Seems a little bit more holistic, which is cool. 375K read something. What is I don't know. I can't make heads or tails of what this is exactly. It just seems like a bunch of numbers. Trusted by 1,300 brands. This is more brand focus. Is that what they said in here? Yeah, these are more like brand protection for bigger brands. So it's really not the same thing. Yeah, so for like a Puma. Got it. So this is a different type of product, really. Something about this. I think the color combos are not great. There's like not enough contrast. Hey, Miss Klug, Hugo Boss, Fila Italy. Okay. Yeah, short page. This is not a competitor to what they're doing. I wouldn't even consider this a competitor, to be honest. Like, unless they want to like move into this, like video is where it's at. Video is only gonna grow. Content creators are making video. Brands, I mean, brands and creators are not the same. There's enough. I would bet on creators being more important, so I wouldn't even worry about this page. Mobile. What a horrible name. Vobile. Sounds like a vomit or something. I don't know.
Charlie Murphy!
I just want to play these sounds because I never get to do it. Oh man. Creative content. Making creative content more valuable. What? What the hell does that mean? Somebody shut down in the middle of writing this. More valuable? I mean, they got some good customers. The Vobile Group is the leading global provider of digital content, asset protection, and transaction software as a service. Mobile develops a series of software services based on its core patented VDNA, fingerprinting, and watermarking technologies to protect copyrights and increase distribution revenue for digital content asset owners such as movie studios, TV. Man.
Shit's getting way too complicated for me.
This is definitely a corporate type of business. Like this seems like a lawyer wrote this. This is also not competition for, like, nobody's self-service signing up for this. Is there even a way to sign up? You can't even. This is not even a self-service thing. This is like a more enterprisey thing, which I think you can do both. If we're strictly comparing their enterprise page with this one, I mean, I think they're just gonna lean on the fact that they have like the biggest customers. Their fingerprint technology, it sounds impressive, but is it? Who knows? It could suck. Transaction monetization, digital watermarking. That's a whole different can of worms. I didn't see that as part of Ceartas stuff, but I think that's a helpful thing to use and track. So as part of your production process, I think it's smart. This company is probably massive, right? Is this one of the massive ones? Yeah, they raised 180 million. Yeah, it's one of these massive ones. But I think the advantage is I would go bottom up. I would go after these like mid-tier creators because they still want a easy sign up self-service product and then upsell them as they grow. Yeah, because if you're only charging, what are they charging? I believe it's not crazy, right? It's like $30. Yeah, $39 a month. Like, you can get a lot of these creators early. That was kind of my strategy with some of these startups. Like, as a startup grew, their revenue is going to grow and they could spend more on your services if there's a scaled part of it. Especially if I wasn't really sure what the extra features are for enterprise. It just seems like kind of the same stuff. But if there's more specific powerful tools. If you get an account rep that works with you, that's the type of thing I'd pay extra for. I think one of these pages for the first two, Rolta and Brand Scan It, is probably the way to go, because other two are too enterprisey and don't seem to fit the core market they're going for, even though they got a lot of money. That's kind of like it's not, you're not really competing with these people, in my estimation. I'd have to talk to people to really know, but creating some pages like this would be nice. Add some testimonials, some social proof from bigger companies, seeing it in action. Yeah, pretty cool. But anyway, that was me on Ceartas. Looks like a cool one. Yeah. I wonder what would be my question for Ceartas. I'm curious if there are other tiers even for the creators. It says starting from 39. Do they not have a pricing page, like a dedicated pricing page? Oh, they do. Yeah, I don't get the starting from. Like, what are the? I think for me, sometimes I don't even want to start on something until I know if it starts at 39 and then it becomes like 300 at like a certain trigger point. Like, I want to know that up front, so I probably add some more detail to this page, because I think people are going to want to know that. Yeah, I wasn't fully clear on what the major difference is. I mean, maybe there's not a major difference yet, but yeah, this is a space that's definitely still got a lot of open space, and if they can find creative ways to find infringing content, I think it's gonna do well. So that's it. I'm just doing one video today. This is a long one. Props to Ceartas. If you're watching, let me know. I'm down to work on some of this, because I think there's a lot of cool sales strategies you can do with this. You know, like, you can proactively tell people like, hey, I got work I can do for you. You know. But anyway, Denbo out. As always, brush your teeth, walk in the corner, get you some Paco's nails. That's what I do, man. pacosnails.com. Walk in the corner. Check out gotogill.com for customer feedback. Denbo out.